Hi, good afternoon. My name is Jeff Hagley. I am an online junior here at Troy University. You may remember me from that exciting briefing I did on when I introduced myself. Today we're here to talk about a different type of briefing, and it's a briefing on my leadership philosophy, or at least what the sense of that is, because it's still kind of developing. In this briefing, we're going to talk about my definition, what are some of the goals that I have for leadership, the characteristics that I define in leadership, and ultimately ending up in a style. For my definition of leadership, there's lots of styles I think that people can use and adopt. I think it's important to find what works for you. I believe people are a collection of their experiences. These are observations that we bring in our whole lives, from growing up in your family, or whether you play sports as a teenager, and now these experiences that I have as a working adult. And a lot of those kind of comprise when you see somebody do something that you think is awesome, you try and figure out, hey, can I do that too? And try and kind of fold that into your mix. Ultimately, when I think about a leader, I keep coming to this analogy in my mind of being a pilot of an airplane. You are leading a group of people forward to a destination or to a goal, and it's up to you to kind of make sure that every single person gets there, and hopefully that they're all happy in the journey from point A to point B. And, this is also about taking care of people. Being a leader, I think this kind of ties back to my briefing on my background in the hospitality industry, that I think I really found my calling when I realized I truly enjoy taking care of people. When I think about my goals about being a leader, the first thing to think about is my immediate environment here at Troy. Being an online student kind of makes leadership challenging in one degree, because we're never really together to work together as a group to form into a team. But with that being said, I think that I can display leadership qualities as an online student and how I respond to discussion boards. That'd be using empathy, trying to put yourself in other people's shoes, but also offering positive, constructive criticism, giving them something to work upon if I see something I would change or maybe do differently. Secondly, my goal in leadership is to finish and earn my bachelor's degree. It took a long break in between the last time I was in school and today, almost 20 years. But I think it's going to take leadership of myself in my own life to get to that goal, and I hope to be there soon. As a future goal, what I'm trying to get out of this course in leadership in general is success and growth. I want to be able to care and provide for my family, as well as inspire others around me, whether it's people that I work with or people in my family, to help achieve their goals. Jumping back to this analogy of being the pilot of an airplane, when we think about the characteristics of leadership, I kind of think of this as how we fly. There's lots of characteristics that I think lots of leaders can have. For myself, I have kind of a list that's ongoing, but at its core, some key things. Integrity is really important. You got to do what you say you're going to do. Competency is super important. Every job I've ever had, I've always worked from the bottom up, and that's always helped me and get people to listen to what I'm saying, because I had firsthand knowledge of multiple departments or other styles of jobs. Communication is key. If people don't know what you're doing, they may not know that you're helping them. They may not know where you're at in the process of things. They may not know what they need to be doing in order to find that common ground. Again, think of the airplane analogy with communication with your ground crew, with the flight crew. All of those people, we have to work together. I believe in collaboration and being a team player. I think that we're stronger as a group, and people have great ideas that we can work together. Confidence is important. When you have your ideas, you got to stick to that with conviction. I believe in using creativity and innovation. The phrase "thinking outside the box," I don't like that. I think there's no box. You think about what works for it. And ultimately, I want to lead with humility. When I think about why we fly, I would consider that kind of the style. Ultimately, I believe in servant leadership. I believe that if I take care of everybody else, we can achieve our goals. I can do this through being a coach, supporting people, maybe helping people recognize what their talents are and help them achieve those goals. But I also want to challenge those around me to work as hard as I do to care about completing our goal or task. So in conclusion, the best analogy is now we need to land this plane. My definition of leadership is that each person is unique and they can learn from each other to lead. For a goal at Troy, I want to be a thoughtful and humble person, but help inspire others. And then beyond that, I want to grow to success. Characteristics are all those that I just mentioned, but think of it being as the captain of that plane. and then ultimately that style is of servant leadership. Thank you for your time today. I look forward to your feedback on this discussion. Have a great day.